bread is in plastic, how am I supposed to buy bread? This already sucks. And all yogurt is in plastic containers. How do you buy yogurt? So I just took a bath, and I'm not using the blow dryer because it has plastic in it, and also it's bad for the environment in general. So I'm drying my hair the natural way. I hope towels don't contain plastic. Shopping wise, the only thing I managed to change was the fact that I put my products in my backpack and not in a bag, which is actually not that much of a change because I used my backpack for shopping even before. So, I mean, but for other people, it's nice if you would have a backpack or something else to use, not just your regular plastic bag. But it's really inconvenient, the fact that everything that I found, like all of the products that I needed, were in plastic. Like bottled water, you saw all of the breads were in plastic, the yogurt, all food was in plastic, wrapped in plastic. The only things that were not wrapped in plastic were the fruits and vegetables, and I didn't need them at the moment. So we'll we'll see how this goes, okay? So none of my local shops had food that wasn't wrapped in plastic. I even found pomelo and some other fruits wrapped in plastic. So I decided to go to the biggest mall in the city in hope I could find food that is not wrapped in plastic. But food that I want to eat, that I like, because I can buy tuna fish, but how much tuna fish could you eat? So this is the mall. You can see it. The idea is that it's big. I'm bound to find something to eat. Hopefully, though. Also, yesterday night I got hungry at 11 or 12, and there weren't any shops open, and I didn't have any food left. So I ordered in, and they used plastic. But I did not think of that up until this very moment. So this project so far is totally and utterly a failure. Completely. If you had a fetish for plastic, you'd just come right now. So this is the end of the 7 days without plastic challenge, and I didn't do it. I mean, I tried. I didn't try really, really, really hard, but I tried just basically to test how easier do producers make it for you to choose between a product wrapped in plastic and one which is not. And as you saw in the videos, they don't even give you an option. It's all in plastic. I mean, I even found grapes in plastic, and there's no reason for grapes to be in plastic. Why would you put grapes in plastic? It's not fantastic. Yeah, and so I googled to see like what options do you have, for example, for bottled water, because I drink like over 2 liters of water a day. I can't go every time to the kitchen and take a sip of water. So I keep a bottle of water with me at all times, a big one. And the option was to buy a stainless. Anyway, something made from metal. And it's like, okay, but that's also like a bit inconvenient when you carry it around. I guess it's heavier than your regular plastic bottle. But let's say you do that, okay, fine. But they had options like also carry a mug with you at all times. And I'm thinking about what if I go to a fast food joint? I mean, I'm supposed to just also not go to any fast foods ever, ever again. I don't go to fast foods every day or every week, but every now and then, you wanna eat a hamburger or cheeseburger, and how are you supposed to do it? You can't ask, oh, could you fill please this mug with Fanta? Just not, I don't see it happening. Let's say that, okay? So the producers don't really offer you an alternative to plastic. Um, oh, for example, takeout food. I ordered takeout food and it was all plastic, plastic bag, plastic container, plastic everything. And I saw like options online that you should ask the restaurant to deliver in your own stainless steel container. And again, I don't see who will do that. I mean, maybe if you're in Los Angeles and you know fancy places, but if you're not in such a huge western city, I highly doubt anybody would come to my place to take my container and put my food in it and bring it back. No, I don't think so. I mean, no. So it's highly admirable. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is extremely difficult, and it really shouldn't be difficult. You should have the option of buying in a plastic bag or not. At least that's the least producers of any kind of product could do, because everything is wrapped in plastic. You don't realize how much plastic you have around you until the point when you try to avoid it, and then everything is plastic. I hope this is not plastic. No, it's paper. Yeah, so it was definitely an interesting experiment. I may try it some other time and really put an effort and see how can you really manage without plastic. Like even if I crave something which you only find wrapped in plastic, I will buy something which is in anything else less polluting. But also I feel like moving to a non-plastic life, so to say, is a bit more expensive than maybe we could sometimes afford. For example, like you have to buy new containers and stuff like that. Then I realized, well, yeah, I would only buy them once, hopefully. Well, although you gotta change them at some point, but it's still an investment. And I think not only are people, they don't feel rushed into making such a change, but because they have to invest money and spend time looking for things which are not in plastic, they don't really feel like making such a change. I mean, I tried to and I didn't make it, let alone somebody who has even less of a will to try it. So kudos to everybody who manages to avoid plastic. You're doing a great job. In the meantime, I hope big companies which use plastic will stop using plastic, because they are the ones who are polluting more than your average human does. I don't pollute as much as a factory, so it's really admirable of people who take it upon themselves to make these changes. But we should really ask of the big companies to make those changes because they are in charge. right? I mean, sounds right. Okay, so have you tried living without plastic? Would you be willing to try and see how difficult or easy it is in your city? Maybe it's just my city. Well, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and check out my other videos. I make videos on so many different topics, you're bound to like one. Okay, thank you, bye.